The kick up a bit, Gretchy.
Yeah, they sure will. And not just the trainers, though. You've got the owners in the grandstand. You've got some owners, breeders around the country as well. But I tell you what, I think even Sandro, they've just won the 715, the world's richest staying race, worth $500,000. And we heard the interview with him before, and he said he was starting to feel the nerves here when he got on track tonight. So, and we're talking about people who have won the richest staying race in the world, and they get here tonight and they're nervous. That just shows the prestige and what the Sandown Cup holds among people in greyhound racing.
100%. And the perfect comparison is the Melbourne Cup, with races like the $1 Million Chase come along and the Phoenix come along. The magic and the history of the Melbourne Cup and Sandown Cup is just unmatched. So we build up to that. The Sandown Cup, race 8. In the meantime, this is race 7, and Kat, the runners are in the parade yard, and we might get out to you to get the final thoughts before what is a very intriguing race.
Thanks, boys. We're going to try and have a chat to Kayla Cottrell, who's just had a sinking feeling that I'm walking up to, has got Succeed from box 5. And Kayla, we saw him bounce back to his brilliant best here last week. You must have been really happy with that performance.
Yeah, no, I was wrapped with last week's run, and yeah, just hoping he can bring that A game he did last week into tonight's run, and yeah, I'd be happy with that.
He's been such a consistent dog, and we see him racing in these free-for-alls all the time, and he just seems to hold his own and rarely puts in a bad run.
Yeah, look, he can be a frustrating dog at times. He's got plenty of ability, and yeah, it's just trying to harness him through it. And yeah, if he does do everything right on the night, he is a serious dog. But yeah, you just don't know what you're going to get with him. So hopefully, yeah, last week's run can come into tonight's run, and yeah, see how we go.
Hopefully a bit of confidence. What did you make of the draw?
Yeah, look, if he can come out and repeat what he did to his first split last week, yeah, he should be right in the race. But as long as he gets an uninterrupted run into the first turn, he should be up there.
Well, best of luck. Hopefully he goes well.
Lovely, thank you.
That was Kayla Cottrell chatting about Succeed, boys, and goes into this race as one of the leading chances despite the tricky draw.
That he does, Kat. There's no secret that he's a very, very fast greyhound. It's just been that consistency and his determination which has let him down at times. But never would you go into a race putting a line through him. Gretchy, what's the market doing ahead of race 7?
Yeah, all the early money was for In the Hub, and that money continues to come now. In the Hub, $3 into $2.20 has been your best supported runner in this race, but it has not been a night for the punters so far. There's been a few long price winners as well, but as you have a look down there in the bottom of your screen, that QR code special, Val Policella to take out the Sandown Cup. Not long now to the feature. You can get $5 about Val Policella, max bet $10. She's the best stayer in the country. She's the most informed greyhound in the country, and you can get $5 for her. Now we'll still take a look at race 7, In the Hub, best supported runner in the 220. For me, I tipped Succeed a few weeks ago. I don't think he's the best bet tonight. I just think he's the right price now at $7. He can either win by a long way or he'll just get beat. He's a good each-way play, Patch, at the $7 quote. In the Hub, your best supported runner. And, Patch, you've got Shimmer still on top. It's around that $8.50 mark at the moment.
I do, and he's one that's got good early pace, and he should be able to go forward in this race. So, without doubt, numbers 3 and 5 here in the Hub and Succeed are by far the fastest greyhounds in this race. Problem is, I don't have a lot of trust in their reliability, which is why I've lent towards Shimmer Steel and that certainty of him going forward. We know if In the Hub leads, it's absolutely lights out. If Succeeds anywhere in striking distance, he's going to hit the line well, but just wanted that reliability about Shimmer Steel. So he's on top for me. Race 7, don't forget, race 8 coming up. It is the main event of the night, the Group 1 Sandown Cup. Here's Dan.
Last start winning here in 29 and 47, but it is a tricky affair. Third leg of the quaddie. The women in racing here next Thursday. It's going to be a massive night. They're set to go for the third leg of the quad. Ready. Racing. In the Hub was only fair to go. There was speed out from Mapunga Luna. In the Hub's got plenty of clear air to get to a clear second. Rev Rose railing through. Bumping there was Shimmer Steel along with Funny Old Fellow. On the rail was Granny Rose's Succeed, got squeezed, and Fred Rose is at the rear. Well, In the Hub said ta-da and raced away. 4 in front now of Mapunga Luna and Rev Rose. Next in the field was Granny Rose's from Shimmer Steel. But In the Hub, he is in the zone and he is charging to the line. 7.5 lengths over Mapunga Luna, Rev Rose, and fourth across the line, I think Succeed was not a bad effort after getting squeezed. Shimmer Steel, Fred Rose, Granny Roses, and last across the line, Funny Old Fellow, and he has gone 29 and 17 and didn't break a sweat.
In the Hub goes back to back here at Sandown Park, and Dave, that must be very rewarding to see him put together two very strong wins.
Yeah, he's a fast dog. He needs to get the start right. If he doesn't get the start right, he runs down the track. But I think he's learning. He's only 2 1/4, so hopefully he can win a big race. You know, it's quick enough.
He absolutely is quick enough. He's a very fast dog on his night, and that 29.17 on a chilly night like it is tonight at Sandown Park, that you wouldn't think that they'd be able to go much quicker.
No, they don't go much quicker than that. He's got good pace and he can run home all right. That's why he runs over all times pretty good, you know what I mean? So.
It must be very exciting to get a dog like him. You've had plenty over the years, but...
He's probably equal best dog I've had, I'd say, so, in ability. So. But, I'm just hoping that he can, like I say, win a decent race.
And to win a race on Sandown Cup night, you would have been around the dogs for plenty of years and seen plenty of champions win the Sandown Cup as well, so no doubt a big kick out of winning a race on a big night.
Yeah, well, how you go, mate? I was disappointed that he didn't get a run in those heats 2 weeks ago. I mean, he'd won 3 or 4 races here, and they put, because of the point system, they put up he was a reserve and didn't get a run. And last week he ran. It doesn't make any difference in a final. It's a lot harder to win, but last week he ran quicker than the final ran, so I was pretty disappointed that he didn't get a run in that.
Well, he's won tonight, hopefully a little bit of consolation and hopefully a big race around the corner for him.
All right, thanks very much.
That was Dave Crawford. Boys, in the Hub goes back to back here. It was very impressive last week and probably even more impressive tonight in a tough field.
100%, and Dave raises a good point there. We'll chat about that shortly, Gritchy, because it's something that we have discussed over the past couple of weeks. But in the meantime, here he's in the Hub, doing in the Hub things. I mean, as Dave mentioned, when he doesn't get that room early, then it's pretty rare he features in the finish. But when he does, he's one of the fastest dogs going around.
Yeah, he's gone 29.17 tonight. Wow, what a performance by In the Hub. And didn't get his own way early in the early stages, but managed to get around Pungaluna there and was too strong. But the punters get one back there, and they're in form now. The punters in race 7, they're getting into the feature, the Sandown Cup. They're striking form at the right time. They've got one back on us there.
Indeed, In the Hub 18.68 to the back. That is flying. To run that to the back and still get home in 49 is super good. But bottom line is we're not surprised by any times that this boy is able to set. Now, we just heard from Dave speaking to Cat about his disappointment around In the Hub, missing out on getting a start in the heats of the Harrison Dawson, which we gloated about, saying it was such a good part of it to have that best 32 format because it condenses the quality. But you can't help but understand Dave's frustration to have one like In the Hub, who, as we can see, can go 29-1, missing out on heats of a Group 1 series.
Yeah, and yeah, we have spoken about it, and we do like these. Well, I definitely do like the best 32, but then what comes with that is greyhounds missing out as well. But you know, I think these races don't just pop up on the calendar. They're not just a pop-up race. You know when they're there. You can set your dogs for them, but it is unfortunate that a greyhound like this In the Hub misses out. You know, he can go as low as those 29.10s, and he does miss out on those. So it is unfortunate. Do understand his frustration. You know, he would have been, you know, one of the headline acts too in those races, especially running the times that he can. But you know, it's just one of those unfortunate things in greyhound racing, and we've got those top 32. But you know, they're the conditions of the race, and In the Hub just misses out.
For sure, and personally I agree with sort of condensing the quality, and there's always going to be hard luck stories like that, and of course disappointing not to have one as fast as like him in it, but unfortunately nature of the beast, and I think the upside was the depth of the heats that we did see. So we saw a gentleman by the name of Rob Thompson out there before getting a photo with In the Hub. He's not one of those two gentlemen on screen, but he was out there before, and understand, Gretchy, there's a whole host of AFL players behind the ownership of In the Hub as well, and a silent front. And again, as we spoke about a couple of weeks ago, to have people of that sort of profile, not only dogs, but embracing greyhound racing is the most important thing.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, you know, we saw in the Golden Easter Egg Carnival the likes of Ryan Pappenhausen up there at Wentworth Park. And, yeah, it's good to have some